Anybody wish to address the board? Okay, cool. Consent agenda is listed below. Need a motion to approve the minutes, approve the bills, town clerk monthly report, community center report, and the canine report.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by King, second.
Second.
By Roger. Any discussion? Sorry about that, Mike.
Okay.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Okay, old business, we don't have any. Okay, new business. We have a secret resolution designating the lead agency for the Cuca-Seneca Canal Trail project. Need a motion?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
Got a motion by Hawkindale, second by Rogers. Any discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Okay, next is the secret resolution determination of environmental significance. That's on the
Parts 2 and, parts 2 and 3, or yes, parts 2 and 3 for the secret process. This is for the canal trail project.
Do you want me, you probably want me to have the sticky one that's from...
No.
That's probably for, I'm important but not that important.
I got 6 copies here.
Okay.
Is that approved?
This is for the secret process tonight. Let me see if I got it. I do that one now.
Make sure it's
But we don't
serious.
have
No, they're just like, make sure there's no serious.
What's that?
Okay. We give a little update on that. We met with the railroad a couple weeks ago, and all is going well. We're in the process of getting permits. Got to have necessary insurance, including pollution. So we're working on that with our agency, and we're hoping to start that project probably like July or August.
That would be the goal, yes.
Yes, and we hope to have it done on time and on the budget.
Yes, yes.
Okay, now, we have a resolution was introduced, and anybody make that motion for the secret?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Okay, motion by Councilman Rogers, second by Councilman Pfeiffer. Any further discussion?
I don't know if you want me to go through parts 2 and 3. There's very minimal environmental impacts, and they can all be mitigated.
We have to cover space, so go ahead.
If you go to part 2 in the packet, it starts with page 1 of 10. There's like 13 pages, then you go to 1 of 10, which is part 2. It's just past the divider, Gary. There. Just hit your knee. Just hit that. Next one. Let's look.
Okay,
There you go.
thank you.
I don't have one.
You don't have one.
There's that Russian.
Okay.
Okay, so in part 2, impact on land is, yes, it's a small impact that the proposed water table is less than 3 feet based on the USDA soils report. If you go to the next page, 2 of 10, impact on geological features, there is none. Impacts on surface water, that is a yes. The proposed action may involve construction within or adjoining a freshwater or tidal wetland. Basically, we're along the canal and along the wetland. That doesn't mean we're going to disturb the wetland or be in the canal, but we are adjacent to it. Impact on groundwater, number 4 is no. Impact on flooding is yes. It's in a floodway and it's a 100-year floodplain there, so that's why that's indicated. Those two, A and B, are checked on item 5. On item 6, impact on air, no. Impact on plants and animals, yes. They're basically saying that there could be an endangered species there, but that, based on our documentation, we don't see that in that area, but they indicate that. Impact on agricultural resources, no, that's number 8. Going on to number 9, impact on aesthetic resources, that's no. Impact on historic and archaeological resources, that's yes. We did submit the SHPO. SHPO said there's no impact, so basically that item's been mitigated. We don't need to go through SHPO. We don't need to further coordinate with SHPO.
That's no. So that's no, Pat?
Yeah.
It's yes, but it's been mitigated.
Okay.
11, impact on open space and recreation, no. Number 12, impact on critical environmental area, no. Impact on transportation, we say yes, it's going to basically improve pedestrian traffic. It's a benefit rather than a negative. Impact on energy, no. Impact on noise, odor, and light, no. Impact on human health, no. Number 17, consistency with community plans. There's no impact. It's a benefit to community plans, but there's no impact there. And consistency in community character as well. So those items where we said yes, if you flip to part 3, and I think these might only have the part 3 section. I'm not sure if the part 3s are included. So basically, impact on land, basically the USDA soils report says you may find high groundwater 3 to 4 feet. We'll just have to dewater and mitigate. Basically, most of our trail is timber trail, so it won't be a direct impact. We might have to dewater to set the posts and do construction, but otherwise it would not be a concern. Impact on surface water, that's where we were talking about freshwater wetlands and the canal. We'll take the proper pollution measures to protect those items. That's item 3. Impact on flooding. We're basically, especially where we're doing the timber trail, we're not going to impact the floodway or the floodplain, so there won't be any impact there. We will have to go through DEC, Army Corps, and so forth, but we don't foresee any concerns. Impact on patented animals. We are going to do a natural heritage with DEC and Fish and Wildlife to see if there's any concerns there. We might have to look at habitats and move forward from there. An impact on historical archaeological resources. As I said, there's a letter in the packet that Gary has that just a no effect letter, basically signing off that they don't need to see it again. And then impact on transportation. If we do have to get in with the construction, we might have some detours, but the trail will be a benefit to the entire community.
Okay.
That should cover it.
Okay, any questions? Okay, all in favor of the secret resolution for the 17 Cubic Trail, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Okay, next is the 5-town joint water project proposal for field survey, base mapping, and wetland delineations. This is to do a survey at Servant Road and Beckwith.
Yes, and as long as a shared piece along Town Line Road
Okay.
and also along Border City Road. So that's shared between the 4 towns.
Okay, that's a supplemental report in there, and it's a cost of $17,750. $17,750. Motion to sign this.
I'll make that motion. Second.
Motion by Councilman King, second by Councilman Pfeiffer. Any discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Thank you. Okay, the next 2 objects that Toma Development's been doing our community development block housing grants. And they want to put in for a planning grant. I wish to discuss this further with the board, so I would make a recommendation that these 2 items be tabled.
I'll make the motion to table it.
Second.
Okay, I got a motion by Councilman.
Yeah.
Thank you. Second by Councilman King. Any discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Carried. Okay, Superintendent of Highway Joe Mall wishes to get rid of some of the stuff that's taking up space over in his highway barn. Now there's an auction in May
Yep.
in Palmyra.
Yep.
And we have a list of things that he wished to take there. It's a Malden roller, a 99 Chevy 3500 dump truck, a Roanoke hydraulic bush cutter, a Macy Ferguson, is that Midley?
It's just a small backhoe.
backhoe,
It's 1965.
Yeah, no.
Okay, and then the 1994 Chevy dump truck. We have to declare this surplus property before we can auction it off. So I'd entertain a motion to declare this property surplus.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Okay, motion by Councilman King, second by Councilman Rogers. Any discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, carried. Next is a resolution to establish a reserve account. This here has to do with the retirement and the lump sum payments that will be issued upon retirement. We have to set up the reserve fund. So I would entertain a motion to do that. Anybody?
I'll make the motion.
Okay,
Lisa?
Got a motion on the floor by Rogers, second by Hockenhill. Any discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 Carried. Okay, next is committee reports. Councilman King?
A couple quick things where Joe and the crew gonna start prepping to start installing the HDPE water line on Hecker Road from Reed to Brewer. And Joe can talk a little more about that. And the second thing is we've got quotes going. We're hoping to get some quotes back for our 5 and 20 sewer project to add dioxide to our wastewater collection system to help with the problem we're having with
Hydrogen sulfide.
hydrogen sulfide, where the sewer goes septic basically.
Yes.
So
Which causes a corrosion problem with our
concrete.
concrete manholes.
Yep.
Okay, thanks. Next is Councilman Pfeiffer.
Nothing.
Councilman Roger?
We had our last comprehensive plan meeting on March 15th, and hopefully, MRB is drawing up a draft for us that they'll bring back to the committee, and we'll go through that, make corrections, and then it should be ready for the board, correct? After about May or
So we'll
June?
give it to the board
Maybe
so
June.
that they can review it, and then we can set a public hearing date at that point.
Yes.
They're gonna be drafting up the final,
We're getting closer. Final.
Good.
and then we can start, after that's done, we can start reviewing that plan to work on the next one.
We're gonna be reading
It's supposed to be on the 10-year cycle, so we'll figure it this way. Job security for you guys.
Okay, Councilman Hockenhill, you have anything?
Nope.
Okay, thank you. Department reports, Highway Superintendent Mall.
Well, like Jamie said, we're starting Hecker Road. And we're getting the hydrants together, and we're working with a consultant to help us out putting the pipe together, because it's all new to us, so. I think when we get this project going, we should be able to extend it more with it if it works out well, so.
Okay, yeah,
Good road to start on.
We're looking forward to it, it's an exciting thing going
Yeah,
on. First
absolutely.
attempt at it, and no doubt it'll go very well. Okay, dog warden.
Nothing too exciting. Issued 2 tickets, 7 warnings, responded to 9 calls. The only impounded 1 dog, the dangerous dog, from February was finally taken care of this month. So hopefully that's all there is to
Next,
it.
we have Allison Messica. She's the new employee at the town of Waterloo. We have 2 ladies with several years of service retiring, so we're sort of combining the 2 jobs into one. Joyce French is retired, and the other one is Marlene Shade. She's not here tonight. She's probably home studying. Welcome, Allison. And next is, you have anything you wish to say?
I'm very happy and excited to be here.
Okay, glad to have you. Well, I'll ask you that
We'll keep
again.
that
I'll
up.
ask you that again next year. Okay, next is, assessor / code officer.
Well, Bob told you about the plan, so we're good there. The assessing and the codes, I was out the last couple weeks doing all the field review. I'll be sending out all the certificates of compliance for all the new projects that were completed and approved 2015. Also that field work goes with all new assessments on those properties. I got all the field work done. I'm working on the new changes of assessment for this year. Roll, I think, is going to be turned in by that's tentative roll April. Well, I'll have it in about the 19th of April, so it'll be turned in about that time for the tentative roll. And I've got the new equalization rate for Waterloo for next year. We were at 95% and we're at 90% now. The state did if you don't do a revale every 5 years in your town, the state orders a mandatory revale, like a mini revale that they do. They send their people and they came and did it this summer. And they randomly pick 10 to 15 properties in your town. They did it throughout all Seneca County. They come in, I give them all the information on those properties. They go out and they assess those properties themselves. And some are right on, some are low, some are high. So we didn't lose too much. We're actually the highest with the equalization rate in Seneca County right now. So trend is about 5% per year. Usually is what I've been seeing. It lowers. So
When is grievance night this year?
grievance is the 4th Tuesday in May. Yeah. And when we send out letters, what will happen is with the assessment, I send out change notices. It's got to be 4 weeks prior to grievance. So as soon as the kind of roll gets filed, I send out those change letters to anybody I've made a change, whether it's been lowered or raised. Assessments, I send those out, then they have the right to come in and talk to me and possibly do a stipulated agreement. If not, then if we can't agree on a new assessment for that property, then they have the right to go to grievance at that point.
Anything else?
No.
Okay, next is supervisor's comments. Not much to say. We got a lot going on. The highway department, water department, we're looking forward to spring. Fortunately, we had a mild winter, so we got all sorts of money in the budget, right, Joe?
Still gotta order a bunch of stuff.
We, as I say, this year we had 2 retirements, and we're gonna miss both out with Wish and well in their retirements. So we'll have a little get together for them. Outside of that, not much to say, but hopefully next month we'll be able to give you some really up-to-date stuff, because we should have our comprehensive plan sort of ready to present. We'll have water lines that we're starting hopefully, and we're looking forward to a good spring. So that's it. So anybody have any wish to say before we entertain a motion? Okay, if not, I want to entertain a motion to adjourn. Anybody want a second? You want to sit?
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Thank you. Have a good April.